You know, let me go ahead and get into this right here. I guess word got out that I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Nuts or whatever. I don't know anything about. I don't know nothing about this, man. And that's not to say that I'm looking down on it, but people have been saying, they got this. Corey, all right, look, you got to give one thing a chance. They got Dragon Ball Super coming out, Broly, and then they say we think Broly will help you understand everything. He'll make things so clear, and I didn't know it was a movie that was coming out because apparently this movie.
Oh, come on, dude!
A theatrical
this is how we know you don't know anime, dude. I mean, this shit was on my radar since it was announced back in March last year.
Well, listen, and that's I look like now they think they in fucking anime nerd church. Hey man, yeah.
Chance to fight.
I still do certain things for you, like wear nothing else but that shirt from DTmerch.com.
Hey, you used to not wear shirts at all, so I'm happy to step up to this.
Hoodie, that classic black tee with the white logo. We also have the black tee with the colored logo right there. The backpacks, the stew pot. The fun, the cool thing about that is actually if you break them apart, they serve as coffee cups, man.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, multi-purpose, man. Baby teas with little crumbs coming into your family. And also remember that we get by with your support. So please, 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 if you can, support us by subscribing and keeping these shows going. When you do come back and you do decide to subscribe, we have a very easy way for you to do so right now. And it's never been easier to get that toasted goodness all over your body. Show mama how you got that toasted goodness all over your body. Show it to her.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Look at
full demo.
Oh yeah, look at it. Because I've never talked down on Dragon Ball except about an hour ago. But I've never talked down on it. I just said, and this even came out about 35 years ago. I guess I was like 12 at the time. And I ain't trying to hide that I was some kind of nerd. I was watching all kind of anime at the time, Robotech and all kind of stuff like that. So I'm not trying to, I ain't trying to act like I was above it. For some reason, I just never caught on to Dragon Ball.
For some reason.
For some reason. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Normally it's something that I thought I should be into. I should don't know what happened. But everybody says this movie's gonna change your mind, though, and let's go ahead and watch the trailer for this. And then I have Robert here because he's a huge
DJ Miles.
DJ Miles. He's a huge.
Wait. Which name we call?
We'll go with Miles.
Yeah, go with Miles.
All right.
Robert. No, we're going.
Yeah, there you go.
DJ Miles over here, he knows everything about it. Like I said, held me hostage one day and sat me down for an hour talking about this shit. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer to Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Woo, shit! There's the money shot! Woo! Shit, boy! Ooh! God damn, this shit gets me so fucking hyped.
Okay,
woo!
Put your dick back in your pants.
Let me wrap it around.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So one of y'all.
No. Here, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. Now let me give it from the novice perspective right here. So I see this at 10 in the morning. Now I go to these 10 o'clock screenings all the time, and the theater's just empty. Like even fans of something, even good movies ain't got people in there. I went in there, a few kids, but ain't nothing but grown ass man in here and some girls watching this movie. 10 a.m. And I figure, all right, this movie has its fans. They're hardcore about this. I'm in their element. Let me sit down and pay attention and see what's going on with this, and also observe the crowd and see how they react. And when it started, I got sucked into it because, for one, now you can correct me if I'm wrong right here in certain parts, but so you got this planet full of people called Saiyans. They're the ones with the tails, right?
Correct.
And what's this, Frozone? What is it? Frieza?
Frieza.
Frieza.
Okay.
Frieza. So Frieza comes down with his daddy, and let me see if I can find a picture of you of Frieza.
Yeah, there we go.
And this is Frieza Ray. Frieza comes down on this planet of these creatures called Saiyans with the tails. And Daddy gets out the spaceship and he's like, "What's up, monkeys?" I was like, that's some racist shit right there. So I'm already into it. And I'm thinking, those are assholes, man. And they're talking, they even treating them like slaves. They're like, yeah, you're gonna do what we say. You're not gonna say these weapons and equipment that we have for you. Come down there killing people, and then I'm like, wow, a bunch of dicks, man. And then later I found out that the Saiyans themselves are a bunch of assholes. They go to all kind of planets, and they say straight up, they're like, look, we need these tools and these weapons because, well, how else can we go to other planets and kill everybody and take over and sell these planets to other people? And I thought, now that's kind of cool. I got no real heroes to root for. Everyone is an asshole here.
Okay.
It is so cool that they try to like they make you think you're going in to watch a kid's cartoon, and they do some of the most down and dirty shit in this. They will kill people in a moment in this, cold-blooded. I don't even want to say, but if there's a solution to something that involves death, they'll do it in a minute. In a minute, they say, "Hey, well, we can't feed everybody around here." Blam! And if you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, this is kind of cool, man. How these characters are just cold-blooded. Most of them are killers. They're ruthless. And then they got into this scene where, now this is where it gets derivative, but I'm okay with it. There's nothing new under the sun. Turns out the Saiyans, they're very powerful beings, and the king over there is raising one to be the most powerful, his son. They raise him in tubes, and then this other guy comes in. He's like, yeah, but my son's a little more powerful. And that king's like, well, you better get that motherfucker out of here. And turns out that he puts him in a rocket, and sends him off Superman style, off to another. Now I got this right.
More or less, yeah.
Or do I have the characters? I mean,
no, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. One kid, they send him off to another planet. This baby, he said, I'm gonna send this baby off to this planet that's full of things that will kill him at some point. And if they don't, well, fuck him anyway. He's not here.
Okay.
And then you go to another character, and that's when the planet's about to be destroyed. That what's his name? Frieza, whatever.
Yeah. So Frieza ends up destroying Planet Vegeta, and I know how stupid that sounds. Planet Vegeta is the planet where the Saiyans are from.
Okay. Yeah, he comes in. I know I was like,
I'll acknowledge it's stupid as we get along.
I was like, don't be childish.
It feels like you mispronounced fajita.
Yeah. And when they're about to destroy this planet, there's another Saiyan who's like, hey, we got to send this one off to Earth, because there he'll be able to live, he'll be strong, and we can't go away because we can't leave the planet. They'll just track us down and kill us anyway. What you have here is a combination of Star Wars and Superman. And I'm like, okay, you know what? For somebody who's new to this, I'm following this. I got it. This is cool. And you going to Earth? Shit, I'm from Earth. I know,
I know Earth.
I know now you talking my language. Now you in my territory. I mean, if I'm following this shit on another planet, surely I can follow this on Earth. But when they get to Earth, this movie, I might as well drink a glass full of acid, man. This movie lost its fucking mind. I did not have a clue what was going on. When they got to Earth, wasn't the Earth I was from. I'm thinking they're gonna land in the suburbs somewhere, and this Sam was gonna land on a farm, and
in Kansas.
Yeah, and they were gonna raise his ass up. Turns out he landed on a planet of super people, and I'm like, what the fuck am I? Where am I? Like they land down there, and there's this that's like a purple cat man, and I'm like, and I was just,
that's Bast, the Egyptian god.
No, that's Beerus. I think is what they told me right before Beerus, right before the show. I don't know what's going on. People around me are just cheering and laughing and having the best time. And there are moments like I have no clue what they're cheering for. I'm completely lost.
So it's like when I went to see a hockey game.
No, it's like if you saw a hockey game and you on LSD, and the mascot never left the court. Who am I to say anything when everybody in here is getting it and they're enjoying themselves, and they are they're in on it, and I'll tell you, and there are moments where I thought, okay, you know what, I'm picking it up here and there. There are characters that I recognize. Goku
and Vegeta. Yeah.
And that's Broly behind him as a grown man.
Correct.
I recognize those characters. This character of Broly that the movie's named after, it's kind of a cool character. His whole thing is that like he's just a big brute that they got to keep him from destroying shit. His father's, and it's funny because his father treats him like shit. His father's constantly shocking his ass, and he's like, if I don't do that, he might kill everything. And I'm like, you know what? I don't get all of this, but there's intriguing characters in here. There's obviously, there's some violence I didn't expect, but I still didn't get it, man. I still didn't understand. But fortunately, this is where the movie manages to kind of meet people halfway. You get about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, and the story don't even matter no more. These characters just start beating the shit out of each other. That's like, it's just one fight scene after another. It's just one. They are beating the fuck out of each other for a full 30 minutes in here, man. And I got to say, the fight scenes are cool. It's well animated. I mean, look, if I don't know what's happening, y'all dropped the story real quick. And just got right down to the action. And I mean they treat each other like rag dolls. They just pick each other up and just smash each other to the ground. And the funny thing is, like, why are y'all even fighting? Because neither one of y'all are getting, nobody's getting cut, nobody's getting bruised, nobody's out of breath.
Oh, so there's no stakes.
For people understand the story, maybe.
Yeah.
And then when it's all done, it's just kind of like it's a movie. And they're really stopping to say, stay tuned next episode. It was almost treated like a TV show. I saw two grown ass black dudes like, yo man, you see what I think's gonna happen in the next one if I'm right, and I was like, okay.
I'm sure I was in the background with them, and I'm like, listen, so what I really think is going to happen is blah, 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 blah. So here's the thing, and here's the cliff notes. The best way to describe it is, listen, if you don't know the anime, and this is the hard part, it's like someone watching the Avengers Infinity War for the first time. I mean, I think that's Spider-Man. I think that's Iron Man. I don't understand this reference. I don't know what's going on. So that's how you have to take it, unfortunately. I mean, if you don't know the anime, you're going to get lost. It's as easy as that. That first third of the movie, they do enough, even for Corey and for people who don't really watch the anime, kind of give you the cliff notes of it.
Okay.
Right? Where they're like, okay, this is the same planet.
It was a good setup.
Yeah.
I mean, they really, I would say that's the problem, is that they sucked me in. And then, they just, it was almost like I got it. And then they say, now here's the rest of the story. And they took a big ass book and just dropped it on my head.
They pretty much do a montage of here's what happens in 20 years, which is the entire history of Dragon Ball Z. So now when you fast forward to here we are 41 years later, yes, you know Goku, you know Vegeta, and you know all these other people if you follow the anime. Like, that's the thing. So what got people really excited about this movie is that it now pretty much verbatim continues on with the ending of Dragon Ball Super, which ended earlier in 2018.
See, that means nothing to me.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, yeah.
They used to have these Pokemon movies that would come out back in the day, and I never played Pokemon, and I saw every Pokemon movie, and I never understood what the hell was happening. But I never walked out mad. And I even think that this does a good job at, like, hey, look, let's just say a friend of yours, dragged you into this, or it comes on television. Hour and a half, it moves fast enough to where you don't have to dwell on a lot of story.
For sure.
I mean, it's crazy. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what version of Earth that is. There were moments where I didn't even know like all of a sudden characters just came out of nowhere. Like this green character right here. Yeah. Don't know where she came from, and I was paying attention.
No, she was new. She was in the movie. This is the first time we saw her. Yeah.
Okay. It's not a bad experience. It's like doing legal drugs. It's like I was having a trip, man. I mean, and it helps that it's fast paced. I would say that. With anime, there are things in anime that. It's just a cultural thing that doesn't translate too well all the time, and it's in these characters. It's the overdramatic monologue, because they're like the scene where his son gets sent away. It was not like you got rid of my son, I must save him. It's like you got rid of my son. He's the most powerful one in this universe, and I will have my revenge. And people are like. Calm your ass down, man. If you stop yelling, you can catch them. It's hard to get somebody to come because people were recommending this to us like this was going to convert us in a way, convert me. One guy even said, "Hey, you got to review this. I think this is the greatest animated movie ever made." And listen, man, let's stop and use some common sense right here, real quick. You know, I mean, I get it's all opinion. If this is dear to you, I get that. You can't expect somebody cold to go into the middle of a 3-decade-old story and all of a sudden be converted by one movie. You know, and the reason why I'm saying that is because now for me, I have to say that this is a rental, but I don't even think this is fair to even like rate it, because this is so deep into what his fandom is, to what his fans want, that it's not meant for anybody else. Yeah. And maybe if you see it on the outside and you like it and you pick up on it, then hey, that's a plus. But you can't. I don't even think I should even rate this, because surely for its fans out there, it's everything they want. Yeah. You saw it. Somebody said they saw it 2 times already. Yeah. In a theater. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's definitely full price. Probably better than sex. Probably the only sex they've had. But
I just think it's funny how because I get liking a niche entertainment, but it seems that a lot of people who are fans of this, and Robert, you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't really get that it's not something that everybody can just attach themselves to. That it is niche. That it has something that most people would look at and go, I don't get it.
They can't even explain it to you.
No. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know who said that to you, but this is literally someone watching Infinity Wars for the first time without any context to the prior Marvel films. So, I mean, I don't know what you were expecting, because for me, there's so much things I enjoy. The biggest thing why this got everyone excited is that Broly was never a canon character in the Dragon Ball history lore, ever. So when the creators of Dragon Ball Z and when we hear news about this character now being canon, everyone got excited, right? Because Broly is this character who's a quote-unquote legendary Super Saiyan. I won't get into it on what that means. But now we see that for the first time as a canon character. For the fans who've been watching this, especially after the events of Dragon Ball Super, knowing, okay, this is the continuation, because none of these movies were ever canon. So they were saying, well, besides I don't want to get into it.
This is what happened at the house. Do you notice how both of us just kind of looking at our shoes now? You notice how well I just kind of tuned down, just kind of like, I don't get it, so you can't expect me even come in here and rate it that way. But I would, anybody who comes up and says, hey, man, I'm thinking about seeing that Dragon Ball Z movie. Are you a fan? Yes, I am. Then you take your ass on. You will enjoy it very much. And I'm not even saying I hate it. I think the movie I'll end on this. I think the movie did a really good job at making sure that it had moments of entertainment in there for people like myself. Whether you're curious, whether you're in there with a kid, whether you're in there with a wife or a girlfriend or vice versa, they tried to make sure that they put it at a good speed where, all right, you know what, we're not going to bore people. We know you don't know what happened. Let's just have them start beating the shit out of each other, and everybody will go home.
Did you take your wife with you to see it?
Hell no, I didn't take my wife with me to see that. I would never ask my 10 in the morning, hey, baby, wake up. Let's go see Dragon Ball.
And I bet our fans, would love to see her reaction.
You know what? Y'all wake her up and tell her to see it. You go with her. Hell no.
I'll say this. I don't know about the story or anything, but when I look at least from the clips, I in the times I've watched the show, I don't like how sparse the backgrounds are. It feels like it's just anywhere.
Again, Martin, it's a preference in the animation style, too, because going to see it, I'll say right off the bat, CG is not that good, even for a 2D animated film. The animation is, it's nothing that we as Americans are used to seeing as full animation that you might see done from like Disney or something. Mm-hmm. They have their limited way of doing animation. They've made the best out of it. So the animation style may not appeal to everybody. When they're fighting, it's beautiful. But when they just sitting around talking and that little square of a mouth is just flapping back and forth,
right,
it's not,
right.
It's not much to it.
I know that, but it's just always, even the times I've watched the show, because I have at times, because I was like, I want to get into this. I want to see what everybody likes about it. But it's always, I was like, man, they just spend no time on the background, so it doesn't have a sense of being grounded in an actual place.
Again, it's just it's just a personal choice, man. A lot of these kids, they're not worried about any of that. They're into and people growing up with it. I know how dear Dragon Ball Z is to people, and I think the movie's fine. I can't even rate it. Like I said, it's really not for me. But everybody seems to be having fun, and I'm happy for everybody to get something that they really enjoy.
Well, Robert, as a super fan, what would you give it?
It's full price.
What's to keep it from better than sex?
They retcon some things in the first third that I don't necessarily agree with, and Goku's pretty much Superman in this story. Like the whole story about like go to planet Earth and you'll become someone. I'm like, that's not how that shit happened. But for them just to kind of give people who don't know anything about the anime the cliff notes, and here we'll give you maybe even a better streamlined one that maybe people can resonate with more, because the comparison of Goku versus Superman
Yeah, I see
is
those
some
online all the
geekdom
time.
shit all the time. So that's something else that we won't get into either. But you know, the first third I think is a little slow. They do some things I like, but when the action, you know, cranks up in the second and third act, I mean, that's where it's at. Okay. Like, and for people who were waiting and, you know, hearing cliff notes about this stuff every day as we were getting near the date, this is what we want. Okay. This is 1,000% what we want. So, yeah, I think fans are definitely going to enjoy it.
It's an important question.
Yeah.
In a fight, who wins, Goku or Superman?
Goku.
Why?
No, see, I know.
Well, Jesus Christ. When you asked that question, I just said, fuck. So don't do this. Please.
Well, hey, folks, you heard it here. It's been decided.
You heard it
now.
here. Yeah, it's Goku. So let's.
What I want to do is I kind of just want to sit them all at a table and bring that question up and just sit 2 tables down and just watch.
And one more thing.
Just break a broom handle and set it in the middle.
No, they wouldn't know what to do with it. Yeah, no, I hope nobody's offended. I'm not. I did enjoy it. I did not, and it was cool sitting in there with a bunch of fans who enjoyed it. It's I will tell you this: Dragon Ball helped me know the nature of why cinema is important as a social event.
Okay.
I think that's about as eloquent as I can put that.
Okay. All right.
Why you laughing? I mean, I'm being serious. He's full of shit. I kind of am. No, I had fun. I did. Not what I thought it would be. It was actually a good time. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that video, and I hope that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you really love us, check out our main site, doubletoasted.com, where you can not only see a longer form version of this video, but also the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at dtmerch.com, and remember to always, always, always stay toasty.